All the celebrations, was it going on in the 50 Wise Men Committee?
Or at the plenary?
Or at the plenary?
No, all this was going on amongst in the plenary. It was when they moved it to 18, when that the so-called a group, consensus group, volunteered. It wasn't Gambari and Ray Dokpesi led a consensus group. You see, Chief Raymond Dokpesi had tried to make sure that the conference went well, and he tried to bring even those of us who people call how would I put it? People who want our right, and those who want the status quo. Dokpesi brought us together to try and so that the conference would go well. Dokpesi and the eminent Nigerian Ibrahim Gambari took the responsibility of bringing this consensus group. It was in that consensus group, it was agreed that there will be this 18% and there will be this 5% intervention fund. After the agreement, when Ibrahim Gambari was to read the agreement, surprisingly, he made it exclusively only to the north. And everybody shouted. That was not the understanding Olufalaye. Ikemwachuku agreed. So I think there was it was a bit dishonest.
You're talking about language now. Perhaps let me get something out, because I'll give you a quote what he said.
Yes.
Good thing you were there.
Yes.
And he said, well, there shall be a national intervention fund,
yes,
which will be 5% of the annual revenue accruing to the account of the federal government.
Yes.
For the stabilization,
yes,
rehabilitation, and reconstruction of areas affected by terrorism,
yes,
and insurgency,
yes,
in the first instance in the northeast of Nigeria.
Agreed.
He didn't stop there.
Yes.
And he now said, and any other parts of the country affected.
That is it. That was the agreement.
No, that was what he read.
No. That was the agreement. He now added, in the first instance, northeast, northwest, and north central. That was what created the problem. That was the problem. That was the agreement everybody agreed.
Reached.
Yes.
By everyone.
Yes. That we recognize the situation of northeast. Everybody recognized that. It was northeast and any other places. That was the agreement. You are right. But when he was to read it out, he read northeast, northwest, north central. And I think this was dishonorable.
Yeah, but didn't everybody have a copy of what he was reading?
No, that was what everybody shouted.
They had a copy.
We had a copy. Everybody shouted. That is not what was agreed.
So there was there was some agreement that the Northeast deserved to get some intervention.
At the first instance.
Yeah,
yes,
some
yes.
intervention considering all the destruction that had gone on in that.
We all recognize that Northeast is, the people have suffered, and we all sympathize with them. They are our brothers, and it was great to them. But where you now want to indirectly undermine that effort, that gesture which Niger Delta is offering to Nigeria. It's all right. You now try to bring the usual to pushing northwest and north central. This is what infuriated everyone else.
Colonel Ayam, can you tell us what exactly happened, in terms of devolution of power? Because, a lot of people thought that the two cruxes, or the crux of the matter concerning this particular conference will be derivation and also devolution of powers, which is what a lot of states believe they need to be sustainable.
No, you see, please, derivation is only an aspect of fiscal federalism. Mm-hmm. And again, the press is getting it. It's only an aspect. As to the fundamentals, they've already been agreed on. The fundamentals being that, one, we have, as it were, in the exclusive list of the Constitution, at the moment, the federal government is carrying everything, doing everything. We have removed key things. Federal government is only left with basically defense, currency, external affairs, I think a few other things. The things that determine, all along, there's been only one government in Nigeria. Really, it's been federal government, because federal government is the only institution that can pass law and enforce it. The states couldn't. They can pass laws, but they didn't have the wherewithal to enforce them. Now we've agreed
Some of them, not all.
Pardon?
Some enforce their laws.
No. Going by the Constitution, you see, states have been doing it indirectly. Yes, you are right. Lagos State has some police. So is Kano. Kano has always had his BAU, which is a Muslim police. And this is people who say they don't want state police, and yet they've already had his BAU, which the police is constituted. If you go to Sokoto, it went through the parliament. They agreed on to the whole commission of the police service of the Hisbah police. But you see, they are the same people who say they don't want state police. So the double standard, we've corrected them. Now, we now allow for any states that want state police and even local police, they can have it.
Tell us what had transpired when Chief Olufalaye was trying to read that particular statement and he was shouted down. Was it different from the intervention agreement reached by the whole? From
Chief
what
Olufalaye was trying to. People were shouting that because he was trying to expose what I would call the dishonorable act by a man who supposedly should not have, by going to read an agreement, and then in reading the agreement included zones that were not mentioned.
But you would agree, because some young Nigerians especially have actually come up with a big observation that almost everyone there were just regional, set out for regional interest. We didn't quite see anything nationalistic in the conference, because most of the arguments being touted by a lot of people has to do with their regions.
Can I come in? What do you mean by nationalities? Do you mean state nationalities? You see, please, let's speak. There's ethnic nationality.
We're speaking English, and
yes,
we shouldn't let this whole thing confuse people.
No, yes, this is the point.
I'll tell you the definition.
Yes,
for instance, if a man from yourself, like you're from Boki, or
yes, I'm from Boki. Yes.
From Boki.
Yes.
If you decide to stand up in the national conference and espouse a viewpoint that suits someone in Nigeria's northeast, they say you're a nationalist in outlook, or nationalistic in your thinking. But when everyone is looking towards his or her region, and the argument is about what will benefit his or her region, then they're just regional leaders or regional apologists.
My response to you is this. There's this confusion. Some people want us to have what is called melting pot federalism. That is for people who are settlers, like Australians, people who are not origin, like Americans going to America. But we're a country where you have people like the Benin Kingdom that have been existing for years, for centuries. You can't have that melting pot. This is why Germany doesn't have that.
But again,
that's why Switzerland doesn't have
of
that.
The Presidential Advisory Committee leading up to this convocation of this particular conference, a lot of what you gathered across the country, people actually wanted it to be based on ethnic nationality, which was never. And at the end of the day, what we saw was actually tilted to that direction.
No, if you watch, President Jonathan, in his wisdom, wanted a cocktail, a mixture. There were ethnic nationalities, there were Honaises, he also, because he didn't want it to be too pro to ethnic nationality, he allowed for other civil society organizations. So this is one of the conferences that had the best mix of people. There were academia, there were business, there were market women. And it was one of the best grouping. And in fact, let me correct one thing. There's also another mistake. People give the impression that Constituent Assembly is always elected. It's not so. Constituent Assembly, in fact, the authors of the best constitution were not elected. The American Constitution, those who wrote it, were not elected. Those who wrote the French Constitution were not elected. Usually, when it comes to the matter of constitution, you go beyond partisan politicians. You go to people who are respected in their different communities to represent and come up with something that lasts forever. So let me correct the impression which the press always carries, as if Constituent Assembly have to be elected. They don't have to be elected. Even a contemporary example is in Britain. In Scotland, where there's going to be a referendum in September, all the Constituent Assembly they've had were not elected. What we had was 2004 National Conference of the Peoples of Nigeria, to all intent and purposes, when the process is finished, the Constituent Assembly.